Welcome to CognitionChunks. This is the fundamental concepts of mathematical biology. Explaining mathematical biology. Note this is coming from a relative novice on this topic who is trying to learn about this topic from GPT. I am not a mathematician or an expert on this topic. A follow-up series to distinct types of math branches. The pulse of life, through the lens of math, unlocking the secrets of mathematical biology. The marriage between math and biology. Imagine for a moment, you're standing in a dense forest. Around you, birds are chirping, trees are swaying, and insects are scurrying. Everything seems random, right? But what if you could pull up an overlay screen that tracks the growth rate of each tree, predicts the flight patterns of birds, and even anticipates the spread of a new species of insect? That's the beauty of mathematical biology. It provides the mathematical glasses to view the living world in an entirely new way. Pillars that support the mansion of mathematical biology. 1. Deterministic versus stochastic models. Imagine you're flipping a coin. A deterministic model would always predict heads or tails with absolute certainty, assuming the force of the flip and the air resistance are known. In contrast, a stochastic model would embrace the unpredictability, giving you probabilities instead. In biology, this distinction can be crucial, like in the rollout of a new vaccine or studying a pack of wolves' behavior over time. 2. Continuous versus discrete models. It's like comparing a digital photo to a film photo. A digital photo has pixels, each a discrete chunk of information. In contrast, a film photo captures an infinite range of light and color, continuously. Similarly, some biological phenomena are best understood in discrete chunks, like the number of wolves in a pack, while others are continuous, like the concentration of a hormone in the bloodstream. 3. Spatial models. This could be equated to the game board in a strategy game. It dictates how the biological entities move and interact, whether it's a cancer cell moving through tissue or a herd of deer foraging in a field. 4. Scale. Just like how a film director chooses different lenses to capture a sweeping landscape or a close-up of an actor's face, the scale at which you observe a biological phenomenon can completely change its understanding. Are you looking at a single cell, a whole organism, or an entire ecosystem? 5. Parameters and variables. Think of these as the settings in a video game. Parameters are the settings you fix at the beginning, like the game's difficulty level. Variables, however, are dynamic, like your character's health or number of lives, that change as you navigate through the game. 6. Initial and boundary conditions. It's like setting the stage before a play. Where are the actors? What props are in place? These conditions define how the biological story starts and what walls or limits are in place. 7. Equilibrium and stability analysis. Picture a spinning top. The point at which it spins perfectly is its equilibrium. If it wobbles and falls, it was unstable. If it returns to spinning smoothly, it was stable. Similarly, this analysis helps us understand whether, say, a population of rabbits will survive a harsh winter or dwindle away. 8. Data fitting and parameter estimation. Imagine you're trying to bake a cake, but the recipe is missing some information. You might taste test as you go, adding ingredients until it's just right. Similarly, scientists use real-world data to fine-tune their mathematical models, much like adjusting a recipe. The toolbox, techniques and mathematical tools. 1. Ordinary differential equations, ODEs. These are the workhorses of mathematical biology, often used to model things like the growth of a population over time. 2. Partial differential equations, PDEs. These equations are like ODEs, but in 3D, adding an extra layer of complexity. You might use these when the spatial distribution of a population is crucial, like in the case of a spreading wildfire or an invasive species. 3. Probability and statistics. This is the mathematician's crystal ball. It allows you to make predictions when outcomes are uncertain, which is often the case in biology. For linear algebra, this involves using matrices and vectors, which are incredibly efficient ways to deal with large sets of equations simultaneously, a necessity in complex biological systems like neural networks. 5. Computational methods. Sometimes, the math is too complex to solve by hand. Computational methods are the heavy machinery that do the heavy lifting in these cases. 6. Graph theory. Imagine you are plotting social connections on Facebook. Each person is a node, and each friendship is a link. Now, replace people with genes and friendships with interactions between those genes, and you get a biological network. 7. Game theory. This is like studying the strategy behind poker or chess, but applied to biological scenarios. How do different species in an ecosystem strategically interact to survive and thrive? 8. Optimization. Think of this as nature's way of working smarter, not harder. From how a plant allocates resources for growth to how an animal's body is designed for efficient movement, optimization is key. The masterpieces, informative examples. 1. Locke-Volterra model. This is like the yin-yang of nature. It describes how predators and prey coexist in a delicate balance. When prey numbers go up, predators thrive. When predators thrive, they eat more prey, causing prey numbers to decline, which then impacts the predators. 2. SIR model in epidemiology. Imagine a zombie apocalypse. Who's susceptible to becoming a zombie? Who's already a zombie? And who has escaped the clutches of the walking dead? The SIR model helps epidemiologists answer similar questions for real-world diseases. 3. Fisher's equation. This equation is like a choose-your-own-adventure book for genes, helping us understand how a particular trait might spread through a population over space and time. 4. In neural networks, think of this as the biological internet, a complex web of connections that transmit signals or information within the brain. The frontiers, applications, and areas of study. 1. Epidemiology. From flu seasons to pandemics, mathematical models can predict how diseases will spread and help strategize responses. 2. Ecology. These models help us understand everything from why certain species are endangered to how climate change is affecting biodiversity. 3. Genetics and evolution. From the spread of antibiotic-resistant bacteria to understanding the human genome, mathematical biology is a key player. 4. Systems biology. This is like taking apart a watch to understand each cog and spring and how they interact, but for biological systems. 5. Neuroscience. Whether it's understanding the neural layout of a fruit fly or the human brain, mathematical models help crack the code. 6. Pharmacokinetics. This field helps optimize drug delivery, calculating how quickly a medication will be absorbed, distributed, metabolized, and excreted. 7. Cancer modeling. From understanding how tumors grow to optimizing radiation therapy, mathematical models are vital. By delving into these avenues, one realizes how mathematical biology is not just a theoretical endeavor but a tool for practical problem solving, profoundly affecting our understanding of the world and our place in it. Whether you're a mathematician interested in biology or a biologist keen on math, this field offers a myriad of opportunities for interdisciplinary exploration. Thank you for joining us for another Cognition Chunks. Was this accurate? Did GPT just make up a bunch of stuff that does not exist or does not make sense? Find out next time in the Cognition Chunks follow-up.